Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Shawnee and we are Glitzy Stitches Home DIY. And you know what time it is? It's Gnome of the Month time. And today we're going to be making our gnome shoes. We're going to make these shoes a little bit different, and we're starting off by cutting a paper towel holder, a paper towel tube, excuse me, in half, just like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to measure out. We're going to start out pretty much like we do for our regular gnome shoe, but we're going to make this one a bit skinnier. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go mark at 2, 4, 5.5, and 7. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw my lines on these. This is a really sturdy paper towel tube. Okay. And I just want to take a moment to say I'm dedicating this video to my sister-in-law Jill, who passed away yesterday. And I wasn't going to do this, and I was going to postpone my Gnome of the Month for a week, but I do think she would want me to keep doing it. And also, I think it'll be good therapy for me. So anyway, she'll be missed. Alrighty. So now that we have our parts cut, and this is our extra here, what we're going to do is, as a rule, we would just go ahead and roll this up. But we want these thinner, so I'm going to be cutting some off of the length for the top of our shoe. Okay, so right now they are measuring 5.25. So we want to take this down to at least 4.5. Okay, so I'm going to mark this at the 4.5 mark. And we may need to take it down more, guys. It's the first time I've done this for this particular shoe. Let's see. Okay. Okay, that's still a bit. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take it down to 4. Okay. So mark them at 4. First 2 of your cutouts, your 2-inch cutouts, you want to, at the length, you want to cut them down to 4. Okay, just like so. There we go. Make our lines, make our cuts. Just like that. Okay. So now we want to fold them over. Yeah, that's going to be a nice narrow top. And we want to take our bead of hot glue, just like we always do. Take our bead of hot glue here, and we're using a Sure Bonder glue gun. I'm really happy with that. Okay. Here we can hold that. If you have this happen, here's what you can do for that, guys. Just a bit, little bead like that, run it like that, and you're good to go. All right. And so now, okay, there's our tops. And so now for the bottom. Again, we're going to take these down as well. And we're going to take these down to 4 inches as well. Okay, just like this. 4 inches. There we go. Okay, I'm going to try to do this one without drawing the line, guys. Let's see how I do. Not too bad. All right. There we go. Okay. Same process, guys, but this time we're going to find the center, which should be at 2, correct? Correct. We want to make a mark here. That is the center, okay, on each of our feet, the foot of our shoe. Okay, so we know that's the center, and so we want to kind of just keep that mark in the center, and we want to do like a half moon, just like that. Okay, you want to keep your mark at center point, and you want to do half moon, just like that. Okay, now what we want to do again is we want to roll it, and we want to stick it together. So we're going to put our bead of hot glue, top or bottom, guys, whatever way you want to roll it. That's up to you. I did this one a little bit backwards. There we go. Okay, now here comes the construction. We're going to take the piece that we just made. We're going to set our top inside of that piece just like that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to run a bead of hot glue right here. And again, I have 2 more videos of this form in the smaller size and the large. This is like really an extra small. Want to run another bead right across here. There we go. Let it set just for a second. All right. Okay. And now we need to make the brace for our shoes so they will stand up, and that is the bottom and the toe. Okay, so we have our piece. We want to go, it's 2 inches, so we want to go to the 1 inch mark. Okay, we want to go to the 1 inch mark. Again, I'm going to go all the way with my line. Okay, I'm going to cut my line. Okay, and now I'm going to cut my line again. There's the half. Okay. There we go. So now we're ready to assemble our toe. All right, and it's just like the other ones. We're just making these slimmer again, guys. So we're just going to put the glue on the toe. We're going to hold it there for a minute, just until it sets. Okay. Now we're going to go all the way back, and we're going to hot glue it to the back. Just like that. Okay. Now you're going to have this like this, and I'll show you how we're going to remedy that too. We want it straight. Okay. So we're just going to run a little hot glue right here, just a little dab of hot glue, and that will stick our bottom. All right. Just like that. Just like that. You just want to hold it. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get our bottom put on our other shoe. Okay, and again, friends, you can adjust your toe any way you want to. If you don't want it to be this round, you can simply just pull back on your strip a little bit more and glue it up higher, and that will be awesome. Okay, now I'm going to try this, and I'm hoping this is going to work because this is going to be very tight. But I'm going to use, this is the back of a tablet. So I'm going to cut this. Okay, now this cuts pretty well. And then I'm going to cut this in half again. Okay, I want a very firm bottom sole to this shoe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hot glue a generous amount of hot glue onto our shoe, just like this. Okay, and I'm going to just set it on there, just like that. It's just that simple. And that's how we're going to do that. We're going to let this set and dry, and then I'm going to cut around it to form the sole. And I'm really hoping this works because the rest of the shoe has turned out really good. Okay, so let's see. All right. There we go. Okay. So I'm simply, let me see if this is firm enough. It's pretty good. I'm just going to take and I'm going to cut around this. Now, I'm going to just cut straight at first because this is, again, a little bit thicker than the felt you would use or anything else that you would use for the sole. And I'm going to see, this is the first time I've tried this, but I want to see if this will help give a stronger base. So it'll stand up, you know, better and things like that. I just want to see. It's kind of an experiment, if you will. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to cut to shape around here like this. And so far, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay. Not going to complain right now. There we go. This is working out pretty well. Okay. And there we go. I think that worked out wonderful. That worked out pretty good. And I can go ahead after we get our material on and I can trim this out. That works pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut the sole on our other one. Okay. And there we have it. That worked out really well. That worked out really, really well. I'm very, very pleased with that. Now, I've been trying to decide which one I want to use, and I think I'm actually going to go with the darker one, and we may just trim it out in the light. I'm not sure about that yet, but what we're going to do is we just want to fold our felt in half, okay, just like this. So we got our felt folded in half. Whew, that's kind of a tongue twister. Felt folded. Woohoo. So there we go. All right. And I'm just going to take my scissors. It does not have to be perfect, guys. And we're going to go right up the center of the fold. Just like that. Okay, there we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my gnome shoe. Let's do the first one first, okay? And this is how I do this, guys. And in my other videos, I do it the same way. Size does not matter. It's no different. I do all of these the same way. I'm going to run this up the middle of the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hot glue. I'm going to run a bead of hot glue. Okay. I'm going to take my shoe and I'm going to go just like that. And you want to keep this just about even, maybe 1/8 of an inch, maybe you can go over with your felt. And then I'm just going to roll it just like so. Just like that. Just so it's rather even with your shoe. Okay. Then we're going to make sure that we have enough to cover this. Of course we do here. And I'm just going to cut this off because we're going to make a nice seam. Okay. Straight as we can. Okay. All right. That's not bad at all. And we don't even have to fold this one. Okay. So we're going to take our glue and we're going to put right here. We're going to run a bead of our hot glue. Okay. From there to there. And we're going to, as tight as possible, we're going to fold this over just like that. Okay, just like that. So that's what it's looking like thus far. Okay, now I want to make sure this is good and glued up here at the top as well. Okay, so just like that. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to measure and see how much I'm going to need to tuck. You don't need to tuck much, guys. So we're going to cut right across here. Let's cut right here. Okay. Now, all right. So I'm going to dab this with some hot glue right there. Okay. Right like that. Okay. Right like that. Now, then I'm going to take it over to the in front. So I'm taking the right hand side over towards the left hand side. I'm going to dab it with a little bit of glue, just like that. We're going to put this right there. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to bring the left hand side over the same way, and we're going to dab it just like that. Okay. Right here. Okay. Just like that. All right. There we go. Just going to hold it for a second. Just like that. Okay. And then we want to tuck. So we're going to tuck, tuck, tuck. No hot glue needed for that. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to go ahead and make a trim for the top. I'm going to trim the bottom in a gold, and I'm going to make the trim for the top with another piece of felt. I don't know the design I want to do yet, so I'm going to figure that out, and I'll come back with that. But there we go. I think that looks adorable. I'm going to go ahead and get the second shoe covered. And for our trim, I have a copper colored rope, and I'm going to just go around the bottom as close as I can get, right like that, for our trim on our gnome shoe. How we're going to start is I'm going to put a dab of hot glue right here. Okay. We're going to put our trim in, just set it right there. Okay, and every so often, I'm just going to hit it with a little bit of glue, just a little dab, just like so. There we go. Okay, and we're going to go around the toe, just like so. Okay, just like this. Okay. Just like that. And just go around, keeping it even as possible. Okay, there we go. This is going to be so cute. Okay. There we go. Just like that. And when we get to the back, what we want to do is we just want to meet it up with there. Trim it off with our scissors. Grab our hot glue. Just like so. Okay. And there we go. Just like that. All right. And we have our trim placed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the trim on the other shoe as well. And then I have made a little trim for the top that I want to put on. Okay. And we'll be right back. Now I've taken and I've cut out 2 triangles just from the corner of some lighter green felt, and I'm simply going to take some hot glue and adhere them right there to our shoe. Okay, so I'm just going to take just, as soon as I get some more glue in here, just like this, and run a bead across here, just like so. Okay, and we're going to put it on our shoe like that. Okay, and then we're going to add one more feature, and I love these. Oh, they're so cute, guys. They turned out really, really well. I'm really happy with these. Okay, so let's take right here, and we're going to go, yay, just like that. Okay, And we're going to take them just like this again, and we're going to just go just like that. All right. Okay. So now, what I have here, those are pretty even, I guess. What I have here is from Christmas time, actually, these little, let me see, they are called just garland. They're little, I forget what kind of beads you call these. Oh no. Okay. They're little beads and seed beads. Is that it? Seeded beads, something. But I think they're cute. So we're going to stick some right here, just like this. I'm going to take a little dab of the hot glue, just like that. Okay. We're going to go right here. Okay. And real quick, like, I'm going to run my other one on top of it, as so the glue may not show. Okay, just like that. I think that's adorable. Really, really cute. Okay, so, yep, just like that. That's adorable. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to repeat the same thing on the other shoe. Okay, and I'll go over it one more time just in case. Okay, let's see. We're going to run a little bit of hot glue, little as possible for this, guys. Okay, we're going to run it down here in the center. Okay, and it usually sticks pretty good to the felt. And then real quick, like, you want to grab your other one so it'll stick as well right there. All right, just a little different. That's awesome. Okay, that's so cute. I love it. Those are adorable. Now, if you have a little bit of hot glue showing and you want to cover it up, you can take a little bit of greenery. So I have a little bit of fairy moss that I found in my stash. And what I've done is I've just taken and I'm going to run a little dab of glue right here, right at the top where that other glue is showing and bugging me. So, and we're going to go just like that. Okay, I'm going to take my tool real quick, like, run it up here. And there we go. Just tapping on there, just like that. Okay. Oh, glue. There we go. Okay. And there we have it. I think these are adorable. I think they turned out just so stinking cute. They're going to look great on our Gnome of the Month. And thank you for joining me for Series 3, Episode 1 of our Gnome of the Month for the month of March 2021. I hope you have a very blessed day. If you like what you've seen today, go ahead and give me a great big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell right next to your subscription. And you'll be notified each time I upload new video. Have a great day.